What's up guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good happy new year. By the time you watch this video it's gonna be 2020, but for me it's still a few days left before 2019 ends. Now what's gonna be interesting about this weekend is that right now it's cloudy, but forecast calls for a chance of rain, or it is going to rain tonight into tomorrow. So the only thing I'm not looking forward to is breaking down camp in the rain, but you know, done it before, and you know, camping is worth the minor little inconvenience. Since my Hydro Brew 4-gallon water jug was running low on water, I used the Overlander app to browse the route I was going towards the campground to find that there was free drinking water. The great thing about this app is that it allows you to locate different campgrounds, primitive and established, as well as drinking sites, so that you can refill your tanks on the way to your route if there's one available. So now that the water jug is filled, I continue to make my way to camp to meet with my friend Wade and camp for the evening. So now this trip is just my friend Wade and I. For this trip, because of the forecasted rain, I intended to keep it very simple as far as setting up camp. My plan is to just set up my tent and just set up my chair, and pretty much that's it. I did drop by the grocery store earlier just to pick up a packed sandwich and of course a bottle of some good old whiskey. This Jameson Black Barrel Irish whiskey is quickly becoming one of my favorite whiskeys to drink and to sip on. So the plan for the day was to just hang out with Wade and his dog Finn, eat, chill, have some whiskey, and catch up. Now another reason why I wanted to keep this camp area simple was because Katie did not come along on this trip with me. Usually when she comes, I try to make the camp site and the camp area a little more comfortable, so I bring out the tables, the chairs, the stoves, and all that stuff. But this time around, I'm usually pretty comfortable without too much camp comforts around, so that's how I planned it for this evening. So Wade brought this awesome cast iron stove, threw some coals on there, and cooked up some brats. Now compared to the deli sandwich I brought, these brats, baked beans, and onions seemed too good to pass up. So when he offered it, I happily accepted, like what any other good friend would do, offered my whiskey, and just shot the breeze. The beauty of overland car camping is that you don't need a ton of gear. On this trip, all I needed was my shelter, my chair, and food. Wade brought some bundles of wood, and we found a lot of dead wood laying around to be able to use for our firewood as well. That is what's so great about this kind of camping. We found a closed campsite for the winter, but since it didn't have a gate, we were allowed to camp over there while observing the leave no trace principle. It's kind of insane when you think about the many different ways that you can go out and enjoy the outdoors. You can have a ton of gear to enjoy the comfort of the outdoors and camp, or you can just go with the bare minimum and still have a great time. So I want to know, how do you guys camp? Leave it in the comment section below. Hey, good morning everyone. So last night there wasn't that much rain. We were able to just chill on the campfire, just chill, catch up, have some whiskey until about 10 o'clock. Around that time we just decided to turn in, and Wade has a cool little setup. He uses his truck camper and he sets up his bed inside and everything like that. So he just jumped in there with his dog Finn. Of course I went into my rooftop tent, and it was very simple last night for me. I just slept with my sleeping bag, my pillow, and No buddy heater or anything like that. Wasn't cold enough for that. And yeah, just slept. Woke up this morning, slept in pretty good. Woke up, I'd say, around 7 or 8, so I had a good 8 hours of sleep last night. Yeah, and then just packed up this morning, said goodbye to my friend Wade and Finn, and yeah, making it my way back home now. Katie is excited to watch the Patriots football game coming up. She's a huge Pats fan, so the game just started about 7 minutes ago. It's gonna take me about an hour to get home. She wanted me to go watch that with her, so I was trying to make my way as fast as I can, but you know, eventually I'll get there. The tent did good. I do have some updates in regards to the rooftop tent. Hey, Bernie boy. Oh shoot.
I didn't say go.
Alright, hey guys, so it's been a couple of days. I'm just out here drying off the rooftop tent. As you know, camping in the wet weather, this is a part of the ritual. Something that, you know, not many people will talk about, but just got to do it. Make sure that it's properly aired out and dried off so that you don't have mold growing in the fabric of the tent. Especially with polycon canvas type material like this, mold goes pretty easily. So Katie couldn't make it to the trip, but she could make it out right now to dry off the tent with me.
Yeah. If we had a house with a garage or an area we could do it in our own house, it would make it easier. So it's really not that big of a deal. You could even, if you had your own property, just open it up and leave it outside if you don't have, you know, a reason to worry about someone messing with it. But we don't right now, so this is what we have to do.
Yeah, but it's worth it. I mean, we're just making the most of this time, just hanging out. We got some coffee and stuff, and I got like a sandwich that I'm gonna eat while we just chill and talk and stuff. Luckily, the weather right now, the sun is out. The forecast called for more cloud and rain, but we caught a break. What else? Something I just wanted to recap in regards to the trip. I did notice that the iKamper, something that is common is that the mattress that comes with it is a little bit thin. I know that there's some people that like to sleep on hard floors and they're perfectly fine with that, but because I'm a side sleeper, I like to have a little bit more padding. So I did get an XPED Dual Mega Mat. Yeah, for Christmas, we basically chipped in and that's what we got each other for Christmas is Mega Mat, which is a dual, so both of us can sleep in it pretty comfortably. And I had that out, and it's pretty easy to inflate and deflate. Takes a few minutes. The benefit of something like that is that it also, because the bottom of the rooftop tent is metal, sometimes the mattress that it comes with does not insulate as well against the cold, especially in cold climates like this. Not everyone goes camping in the winter, so it might not be an issue to a majority of the people, but people who do go camping in the winter time, that could be something to consider. So luckily the XPED mat that we used, which is not sponsored by the way, has an R value of 9, which is great against the cold. So it's great against cold, and plus it's more comfortable. So that is something to consider if you are going to get a tent like this.
It really, I mean, I've only slept on it once, but totally different feel. Like, I wasn't cold at all. I mean, it's super soft. It's very comfortable.
And also another thing is that if you do have that layer, the insulating layer, you don't see as much condensation under the mat. No, typically under this rooftop tent mat itself, we just laid on top of that. Once in a while, we'll notice condensation underneath it between the mattress and the rooftop tent metal. So using that insulation pad, that actually reduced the condensation underneath. But anyways, I get back to Ed on the road. Bye. But yeah, I just wanted to have you guys join me on this trip where we just keep it simple. When I camp like this with either by myself or with my friends, like I said, the camp comfort is not as big of a deal to me when I'm by myself, because I can usually get comfortable pretty easily despite the situation. So with that said, I want to thank you guys for joining me again. There's going to be some pretty interesting videos I got planned coming up. But in the meantime, be safe, take care, and I will see you next time. Hey, what's up, guys?